Come on, YouTube. Come on. Oh, hello. We live? YouTube says it's bad, but my connection says it's fine. Hello, people. Can you all see me? Is the bitrate fine? Is it synced? Is it actually working okay? All fine. Okay, then screw you, YouTube. Hi Ish, hi Polcats, hi Mr. Orange, hi Mislav, hi Joe, and hi Chili Cherry, and hi Tech Junkies from Greece. Awesome. If I disappear or if I cut the stream randomly, it's because I'm throwing up in a bucket. And the thing I'm doing on is an antacid. Yeah, fun times. Thanks, Stein. There's a bit of smear on your stream. Oh no, wait, it's you. Kind. Sorry if the audio is quiet. I'm just physically talking quietly. But yeah, how's your week? How's everyone's week been? Anything interesting happen? Any interesting tech purchases? How am I doing? Yeah. I probably spent 3 days this week. Out of, well, I suppose the 7 since the last stream. Yeah, 3 days basically paralyzed. I don't know that there's been a day without painkillers. Yeah, fun times. Hi Hiccup, and hi Marin. How you doing? Glad you're having a good week, Joe. What camera did you get? Oh yeah, and as for sickness, yeah, that's fun. I have a few stomach problems, let's say, and so had dinner, and then now having just a complete puking fit for the last 10 minutes. Currently trying to be calm and sip water and stuff so that I don't blow chunks on stream. But I'll try and avoid doing that if possible. Hi Sam, how you doing? Sony AX53, nice. Have I been seeing any more specialists? I've been trying my hardest. I really have. I've just been really thrown around the houses. The rheumatologist who deals with the arthritis I have said, yeah, we can whenever you need to pull your appointment forward, we will we'll sort you out, and that'll be fine. It's all good. Sadly, I called and I said I'd like to move my appointment forward, and they said, oh no, you can't call the appointments number, you need to call this number, which is a voicemail, and they'll get back to you within a day. I did that, and they said, right, well, you can't pull your appointment forward until you've had blood tests. So I had some blood tests, and they said, right, we can't pull your appointment forward until you see your GP. So I saw my GP. The GP said, I don't know why you're here. Go see your rheumatologist. I said, I've been trying, that's why I'm here. So yeah, buffering. Oh good. I mean, YouTube says the stream is good. It's still counting. It does this every bloody week. Right. I'm officially gonna also stream what you call it? I am officially gonna also stream to Twitch for this because screw YouTube. But yeah, I'll still have it stream on YouTube, but I'll stream to both because in fact, while we're all waiting for it to actually, you know, kick back in and work out what the hell it's doing. And by the way, when you can hear me, let me know. I don't know that will necessarily work, but hey, Ish says it's back. Is everyone else? Yeah. Joe, are you sure? Someone let Joe know to refresh the page. Yeah, okay. Hi Starman. What I was saying was that I'm just gonna stream to Twitch as well. I need to work out how to stream to YouTube and OBS at the same time. YouTube and Twitch at the same time, but next week I will also stream to Twitch, so if you want a reliable source then feel free to check out twitch.tv/TechteamGB, because I am really bored with YouTube screwing me on this. This is what, like 2 or 3 weeks in a row, so yeah. I guess I could stream to Facebook as well. I mean, I don't really have that much of a following on Facebook. I think there's a few thousand, 2,000 people, but yeah, there's I don't know that it's necessarily that interesting. Thanks, Stein. And yeah, Ish, 3 in a row. I can't be bothered with this. I will stream to YouTube, like I'll have it stream to YouTube as well, but yeah, I'll probably be most interested in, or if you're interested in the best quality, then yeah. Starman nudge Ryzen 2. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, can't tell you. Actually, what's the date today? 12th. Yeah. So there's an unboxing at 2 PM tomorrow. Hi Kev, how you doing? Is it just me? Or have you been getting that a lot? Because every time I load YouTube on any browser, I get that a lot. It's great. How many? You don't know. No, okay. Oh, but Mystic Orange is getting it in a bit, and Ish has. Interesting. Hasn't had it for a while. Getting it for a bit. See, I wonder, is it when you go to your own channel or just when you go to your own channel? Is it when you just go to your own channel, or is it when you go to just any YouTube page? Because for me, it seems to be more only going to my own YouTube channel. Oh yeah. So if let's just assume that there are 20 tabs open in Chrome. I then have another 10 tabs open in Firefox and another 5 tabs open in Opera, and then I also have Vivaldi for other things, which is probably like 30 tabs, but that's not open. Fine. I can't be able to close everything, and I use it like all of the pin tabs. I use them all the time. So I have the website open, and then the admin side of the website. I have YouTube for, you know, checking the channel. I have Facebook for posting to Facebook, and Twitter for checking and posting to Twitter. I have Patreon for checking and posting to Patreon. I have my main content schedule and my basically sort of tech inventory. What else is that one? My tech FAQs Google Doc, my Amazon affiliate account, so that I can add things to my database, and my Overclockers UK affiliate account, so I can check on that. Double click for publishers for my advertising on the website. AdWords, which I either use for tools or I use to actually, like, you know, do ads. AdSense to get paid, and then Reddit for Reddit, and then I have the comments tab permanently opened, and yeah, other stuff. My OCK affiliate account does pants. Do you get regular sales through it? Have you seen Aorus X470 images, leaked images and specs? I can do one better, because I have one. Hi Steve. Audio desynced. Okay, good. Don't forget to mention Samsung. That's what Vivaldi's for. Rip having to use Facebook, necessarily evil, I guess. Yeah, that's pretty much the only reason I have it. And Warren, I have Firefox Quantum. That's the other web browser. You're listening but playing Overwatch? Nice. Enjoy. I hope I don't get killed. Or do, I don't know. I don't care. Amazon does okay, just not OCUK. Yeah, the only thing that I'd say is Amazon is a lot more generic, and it's also a lot more worldwide. So my user base or viewer base or whatever is like 30% US, so I get a lot more traffic in my US affiliate Amazon affiliate link than I do UK. But even then, people can still buy books and all that sort of stuff on Amazon. You know, your garden sheds, whereas at OCK it's only UK. You don't have US yet. You can just reapply, like go to the US one and apply for it, and it'll accept you, same as it did for the UK one. It's worth it, it really is. And also, Joe, thank you for switching. That's very nice. My Amazon affiliate link seems a bit weird. Changed it to help out. What do you mean? Sounds like what seems a bit weird about it? If you want a specific, like the UK only one, then it's TechteamGB.co.uk/Amazon UK. So yeah. Martin, yes, definitely worth it. Canada, you probably won't get too much from, but Germany, you might get a decent bit. But yeah, I mean, I get, yeah, and yes, Joe, just for you, if I can spell HTTP, this is the UK one, and then if you want US, it's Amazon USA. That's good, considering RGB is universally dreadful. Yeah, I mean, I think just to finish my point, because I never do. That'll work. Should do. Ah. Maybe I did like deleted that one. Give me a minute and I'll check that out while we're chatting. But yeah, so USA obviously can't buy from OCUK, so you're looking at only people who buy in the UK, and then you're also then closing that market down even more to only people who buy tech, and then only people who buy from OCUK. So yeah. / Amazon UK should work. It's enabled as such. Let me just check. Right, that I just like pasted that in and it worked. Yeah, I feel, what the hell? I have I have no idea what the hell is going on. Because if I copy and paste that into like the actual link, TechteamGB.co.uk/AmazonUK into Chrome and paste it just as that, it works fine. But because of YouTube's tracking links, it breaks it on my side. That is insane. If you want to go just straight to Amazon, then again, you want to copy and paste it. Oh, YouTube just stole it, but that's the full link. Basically, I think it's as long as it has question mark tag equals TC036-21, basically, it should be fine, but there you go. I can also just generate a new short link. There you go. There's a new short link as well. Hello Bjorn. Hello Victor. Hi Ali. How you doing? Oh, that's great, YouTube. Thank you. Yeah. So yeah. It's if you go to the link directly, it should work fine. And thank you for checking, Stein. It's okay if you go to TechteamGB.co.uk/AmazonUK on its own, or the one that's in the description. You can use that directly as well. Those will all take you straight there. Yeah, Mystic Orange should work. I must have missed. Have you noticed any dramatic changes in ad revenue lately? Noticed a fair drop. Not sure if it's more using ad blockers. Personally, I haven't noticed a massive difference. In fact, I went from 300 last month to 400 this month. So, yeah, take that as you will. Although I have had more views this month, so I don't know what the CPM is in comparison. It could be down, but I've had more views, so yeah, it's not. I can't say that I've been massively affected because I haven't had a massive amount more views. And yes, Ish, thank you. Martin, how's Airsoft? Yeah, it was good. I went to West Midlands Airsoft, forward operating base, and yeah, it was good fun. They don't hurt that much unless you get hit with a high-powered sniper. So you know that's always good. Oh, for God's sake, YouTube. See a hiccup. Working fine. Up again. Back. Okay, good. Refreshed twice. Nice. Yeah, it was. I went airsofting at West Midlands Airsoft forward operating base. It was pretty good fun. They don't hurt that much unless you get hit with a high-powered sniper. And yeah. It was interesting. There was someone who wasn't calling the hits and then got kicked off the site. Someone who I hit and didn't call their hits. But yeah, it depends what game you're playing, and also for me it depends on my joints, which by the end of the day hurt a hell of a lot, and by the time I got home I was basically paralyzed. So yeah, but you know, it's good fun. Bit expensive though for entry plus a gun. You're talking gun and ammo. It's £60 a go, which is what, double go-karting, and go-karting is a bit expensive. So that's like once a month at most. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't hurt much if you shoot and miss. No, just in general, or when you actually get hit. Less painful per hit than paintball? Yes, I would definitely say so. It kind of depends on the paintballs, because when they actually splat, it's fine, because then it opens, it sort of flares open, and then the mass is distributed across a very large surface area, whereas obviously with BBs it's a very small surface area, and you know, hits you wherever, and doesn't get distributed. But when paintballs don't open, or actually, you know, kind of explode on you, which happens to me, or like happened to me when I went paintballing far too often, it hurts a hell of a lot more. So yeah, it stings for a little bit, but as soon as it's done stinging, fine. Worth having like face protection stuff on, and you always need eye protection on, but yeah. Just to make sure I get this link right, I just copy and paste the link from your TechteamGB/Amazon. Right. Yep. You can also do yeah. So TechteamGB.co.uk/Amazon UK. It is. That's why we went airsofting. The site's only 45 minutes from you. Damn. Might have to do a tech nerd game. Oh, good. And it's back. Nice. You have a buffer. Is this like a game YouTube likes to play? But yes, it was AMD Joe's birthday, which is why we went airsofting. Or, well, we were trying to go airsofting before, but we made it into a good old birthday shootout. So I'm not streaming on there right now, but if you want to follow me on Twitch so that you actually get notified, I will be streaming on Twitch next week, because we're 20 minutes in and it's spent like 4. Yeah, that's da, 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 da. Oh, don't tell me the Twitch link doesn't work either. What? Yeah. The Twitch link didn't work for me, but then it did work. Anyway, I'm gonna can you guys still actually see/hear me, or is it completely dead? So a lot of buffering. Okay. You need a USA link? Well, so OBS says I'm not dropping frames, and it's reporting a pretty steady bit rate. So, but the USA link is just TechteamGB.co.uk/Amazon USA. Polecats, that's for you. Right, so I'm setting up a Restream account so that I can stream to YouTube and Twitch at the same time, and also Joe, you can do if you like, but yeah. Okay, that's easy enough. Yeah, I mean, is this manageable, or is it completely dead? And should I drop it and quickly set up streaming to Twitch and YouTube, and then just start streaming again for the next half an hour? Or should we carry on like this for the next half an hour? What do you want? If anyone heard that. Okay. Can't go to Twitch channel. It's just twitch.tv/TechteamGB podcast. You can also search TechteamGB as a channel on Twitch, and it works. Does 27-inch 2K make a difference than 24 1080p? I would say so, yeah. Yeah, it would. Yeah, would you like me to switch to Twitch and YouTube? I can definitely give that a shot. I don't know if it will kill it though, because YouTube is awful. I can try. Okay. All right. Is it back? Wait, it is back? Oh, okay, that's weird. So I'm now streaming through Restream.io, so you should actually be able to watch it on Twitch if that. Yeah, I think I'm live on Twitch as well. I'm not playing pub though. Ah, you wish. I'm just checking that it's actually streamed, but ironically there's an ad. Okay, it's streaming on Twitch too. All right, let me pop out the chat. Wait, it's on Twitch and YouTube, and the chat disappeared because that's what Twitch does. Sound is a little delayed on one. Which one is? I mean, I don't necessarily recommend that you watch both streams, but yeah, this is interesting. I'm glad it works. Okay, so JD Fighter 87. Hey mates, I got an i3 8100, 8GB of RAM. Will the CPU handle a GTX 1080? I would personally say it's not the best. The 8100 is still a quad core though, right? Let me check. So 6 megabits cache, but it is, yes, it is a quad core. So while it's pretty low speed, pretty low TDP and stuff like that, because it is a quad core, I actually wouldn't see too much of an issue. It shouldn't be like, it won't be a massive kind of improvement. Like if you switch to say 7700K or an 8700K kind of thing, even an 8600K, because of the clock speed improvement, you'll see a decent bump in performance. But especially at 1080p and 1440p, things like that, you really won't see a massive difference. So yeah, Twitch not on in USA. It should be. Twitch is a pretty universal platform. I don't know why it wouldn't be. Strange. Oh, apparently I'm not logged in, which doesn't help. I change what game I'm playing. Hello to the 7 people watching on Twitch. Also, how many people are watching it on Twitch and YouTube? Because you're weird like that. Okay. Twitch working for me. If it's working on Twitch, let me know. I'm watching Twitch on one monitor and YouTube on another. Awesome. Bit weird, but okay. Alright, that, and probably have that about, oh, I don't know. Dangerous. I'll put it there. Right. I'd have to be a stalker to do that entry. How many monitors do you have these days? I can't remember how to do anything on Twitch because I don't use it much. Probably dashboard. Just 2. Okay. Okay. Currently on 3. I wouldn't mind 6. There we go. Update that. Watch the stream on YouTube and Twitch in case I missed something important. I can listen again on Twitch. GG. Go for a full window. Exactly. I need 47 monitors on Spaceco monitor arms. God damn it. The Spaceco monitor arms are really expensive, which is like the biggest problem with those monitor arms. Otherwise, they are insanely beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, I like that Twitch tells me all the sort of stuff like my bit rate, the actual like resolution it's streamed to, and YouTube is just like Wendell is love, Wendell is life. Indeed. I was chatting to him this week actually about the upcoming launch. Good. This is weird having 2 chats open. I'm gonna have to get used to this. Monitor arm versus wall mounted. I'd personally go monitor arm just because you get a lot more flexibility. And it depends on your situation though. Wall mounted does mean that you can hide it away, so yeah. Very true, Stein, very true. Ali, what's my daily gaming monitor? That would be the AOC G2460. The one that I have is the PQU. The PF is the replacement for that, which has FreeSync. You can also get the PG, which has G-Sync. I do also use the AOC AG352 UCG, I think it is, the 1440p 100Hz ultra-wide. For gaming occasionally, although I don't use it as much as I kind of want to. It's a bit difficult to get used to a set of peripherals, especially for like semi-competitive games, and then try and switch to another set of peripherals, and also just again having a different system, even if it's for gaming, just makes things a little bit more difficult a lot of the time, even though it's a very nice monitor and it's a very nice gaming experience on it. It's just, there's a bit of weirdness to it that I don't quite like. You're far too right, Martin. Yeah, the PG278QE, or QR. That's it, the new one. How about the thoughts on the RX Vega 870? Is that a thing? Opinion on my gaming monitor Dell S2716DG. I've heard that they're pretty good, so yeah. Right. The Kaby Lake, whatever you call them, G series chips, right? I think they're meant to be pretty decent for the size and form factor. The only thing that I'd worry about is just the price that they end up selling the finished machines at. They tend to have well, I suppose a tendency to sell those sorts of Ultrabook style laptops for easily above $1,000, and at that sort of price range you can easily get a much faster build. And yes, you lose all of the portability of a laptop, but if you're after horsepower, then you can easily get much better everything horsepower with a full build. It's the one used in the new Dell XPS 15 2-in-1. Yeah, so with those sorts of laptops, you're looking at like £1,000 to £2,000 for that style of laptop. Ow. Oh, Twitch is a few seconds behind. Interesting. That's weird. Is $1 equal 1 GB peso? In the land of tech, sometimes it changes, and it depends on what thing. I know, haha, I can pick a laptop for the new job, and it's a possibility. Right, nice. Yeah, so as I understand them, they're pretty good. Thanks, Martin. Video audio sync is all good though. Okay, so I wonder if that's Restream doing its thing and taking the it's literally just streaming to YouTube and then using server time to push it to YouTube. I'm watching both YouTube and Twitch. Twitch is maybe 2 or 3 seconds behind. I wonder if that is Restream, or I wonder if that is just the latency difference between Twitch and YouTube, where Twitch may take a couple seconds longer but you get a smoother experience, whereas as we've seen with YouTube, it just craps out. And that's interesting. How would you compare Vega versus GTX 1050? I don't know what the spec comparison between the Vega card in the Kaby Lake G chips is versus a 1050. A 1050 is going to play most games at 1080p at medium settings, 60 FPS, no problem. Depends what game. Some games will play high ultra easily. Some games, you know, you might need to drop the settings even further, but if it can keep up with that, then the Vega one could be pretty interesting. Some benefits you may get from having it on a single package is cooling. So while the CPU and the GPU will always be irrevocably the same temperature, you may end up with more space in the laptop for cooling, whereas with a separated CPU and GPU, while they'll often have shared components, you might find that you'll have better cooling. You'll have worse cooling because there's just less space available. But that's they may have taken the space that they got back from having it all on a single chip and just used that to make the laptop thinner. I don't know. Personally, I would say check out the reviews of the 2 laptops you want to buy in terms of performance, and see from there. There will definitely, if it's available, people will have already benchmarked the new XPS and see. We'll have benchmarked them with gaming to see what the difference is. Watching you here now to see if the buffer stops. Okay, Martin, cool. What's the is that follower? Oh, Twitch Prime, right? Gotcha. Is that just because you have, yeah, Twitch Prime is Amazon Prime, right? Yeah. Dorp. How long before we can see? I assume Ryzen, and I assume unboxing tomorrow, and then next Thursday. Speaking of crapping out, the YouTube stream just did, but the Twitch stream kept going. Interesting. So was there a missing bit of content on the Twitch stream, on the YouTube stream that was on the Twitch stream, even though the Twitch stream was a couple seconds late? John's memes. Hi, how you doing? Oh great, audio lag on YouTube. I can watch the YouTube stream with the Twitch audio now. Wow. Oh, I love YouTube. Yeah. Also, your video feed randomly gets portions blacked out and affects both YouTube and I assume Twitch. Yeah, that's an issue with OBS and or the camera. I've still not been able to work it out. So yeah. Wait, so are we still live on Twitch? Like, is it still working just fine on Twitch, but it's dead on YouTube? Martin, can you let me know? Because if so, that's stupid. Joe, actually, I'm gonna wait till I get Martin's response from working on YouTube, working on Twitch and YouTube. Okay, right. Joe, it is proper Ryzen 2 27 and 2600X. Warren saw the solid review of the K63 wireless, thank you. And I see that Corsair are promoting it's a 1 millisecond response time, but I was wondering what is the response time of a usual wired keyboards. So that's kind of interesting. I would suspect that it's actually in a pretty similar ballpark, because at 2.4 gigahertz and the distances that they are talking about, which is pretty inconsequential, the 2.4 gigahertz frequency versus the speed of electrons through a copper wire aren't that much different at the distances we're talking about. Obviously, if you extend the distances, then yes, but try not to throw up, apologies. Yeah, so because of the distances, you're talking about a very limited amount of time, so it's only any added processing time that it takes the keyboard and the transmitter to encode, transmit, and then decode, and that's all. Like, all that sort of technology has been refined and refined and refined because of these and many other things. So you're really talking about next to no latency added, as far as I can tell. So yeah, I would personally be interested to know an exact figure for the latency of that keyboard versus the latency of a wired keyboard. It would require some pretty high speed imagery and probably wrecking two wireless keyboards, because to know exactly when the actuation point is pressed, I would need to solder an LED to the key itself, so that when the connection is made, it activates it. But now that I think about it, I can't remember if the mechanical keyboards are held high or held low. Dan, hello, you might know this. Are mechanical keyboards held high or held low? Thanks, Mac. You're getting a buffer on both? Okay, this is great. It's the 2700X, just to let you know, Joe, and the 2600X. Seems strange to me that they're promoting it so much for the K63, but I couldn't find any info on their wired product response time. Yeah, the only reason that they're promoting it on the K63 wireless is because the The fear with wireless products is that they are much slower, so they actively announced it as, hey, this keyboard has a 1 millisecond response time, like, we've tested it, don't worry, it's nice and fast. Whereas with the wired products, no one thinks, oh, this is going to be too slow, I need a better technology. It's just not a thing that is factored into people's buying decisions, whereas the wireless speed effectively is definitely yeah, affected. See you, Martin. Glad to have you. Yeah, have a nice evening and have a nice week. See you next week, if we can. YouTube stream became unavailable until reflashed. Nothing happened with the Twitch stream though. Awesome. I guess because wired products don't have to sleep, so it can be constantly pulled, whereas wireless may sleep / save power. Yes, that is definitely true. It depends how the implementation is implemented, and also how big the battery they put in it is. I think they went with a bit of a compromise because they went for having the keyboard still pretty light, so that when you put it in the lap board type thing, it's not a massive heavy lump. But I could definitely see them adding a few 100 grams to it to be able to easily increase the battery life significantly while still not actually affecting the, I suppose they were also probably cost managing a bit, but batteries aren't that expensive, even in non 18650 LiPo form. I think held low, but both would have positives and negatives. Yeah, okay, so there should still be a leg that I can attach to, whether it's hold high or hold low. But yeah, it would mean that I'd have to rip apart a keyboard and solder things to it, which could involve breaking it, and I'd need 2 of them to do it with, so yeah. And also, I suppose one would be the control, one would not. But it would be nice to know exactly what the latency is for the keyboard itself, like how much time it takes to send the data through the USB lead. So I suppose in theory you could solder an LED onto one of the data leads as a source, I think, and then connect the resistor to ground. But that would interrupt the signal significantly. So actually, I have no idea. You do have an oscilloscope, don't you? I might have to nick that. Yeah. If a wireless device is constantly talking, battery not going to last for weeks, days, or whatever. Yes, very true. What I meant was that it may have a it may just be a burst transmission, so the keyboard, as soon as it receives an input and processes the input, it encodes it, bursts that to the receiver may sends a signal back to say I've got it, and then stops transmission, and because obviously keyboards are generally one way anyway, so it may not be even actively listening for anything until it starts sending something. So yeah, you could use a Pi with a GPIO pins that would calculate time. Okay. Yeah, that would work. Again, it would involve me wrecking a USB lead, but cheap enough. We'll see. One day. Oh, sorry, Joe. Opinion on the 2700X with an X370 motherboard, or would it be better than an X470 motherboard? It doesn't really make a difference. It doesn't matter. As long as the new as long as the X370 board has had a BIOS update, doesn't matter. As far as I'm aware. As far as I'm aware. I can have 30 FPS on my Alienware blah 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 with the i3. So should I get a 1080 or the 1060 for the meantime until the new NVIDIA and 8-core CPUs arrive? What but is the Alienware 34AWDW, is that a monitor? And if so, is that a 3440 ultra wide? Because if it is, then I mean, if you're only playing CS:GO, then a 1060 would be fine. Yeah, so if you're only playing stuff like CS:GO, then yeah, a 1060 would be perfectly fine. There will be some new GPUs relatively soon, as I understand it, so you could save a bit of money now, and then you have a bit of a head start on saving for, you know, like a CPU upgrade and stuff like that, and potentially then a sort of full rig upgrade. But at the same time, a 1080 would last you a pretty decent while, and the i3 isn't a bad CPU. It's quad core, so you should be fine. So yeah, it's a tough one. If it wasn't for claw grips, they would have refresh increase when the mouse is held via thermal detector and sleep when the hand removed. It's interesting. I probably wouldn't do it via thermal detector. I'd probably have a conductive surface on, say, the side of the mouse, and when you put your hand on the like when you claw grip, like having a conductive pad on the side or something. As long as you're touching it, it's powered. You could even have one on like the tip of the mouse, so that if you're claw gripping anywhere along kind of there, it would still work. But people like Logitech have developed smart enough algorithms that this lasts for weeks without charging. So do people really need to change the GPU every generation? No, it's more to do with when people are looking to buy a GPU, if they are willing to wait a few months to then be able to get the newer stuff that is better for the same price as the current stuff. But yeah. Cat's finally getting a Switch. Nice, glad you're here. Yeah, so I can save money and get my planned X370 Gaming Pro Carbon as long as it's been BIOS updated. Yep. How long do you think my GTX 1080 classified lasts me at 1440p? High settings, 3 years, I would guess. Maybe longer, actually. The development cycle for games seems to have increased, and there's a lot more games like, say, Rainbow Six Siege and PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, where you spend, I don't know, a year or two developing the game, and then you spend like 5 years just improving it, adding more content and stuff. More sort of software as a service style games. And even the newer games like Far Cry 5, for example, that only recently came out, it's still using the Junie engine, and while it has had some improvements, it's not a massive change. So there's really, like, it's not a hard game to run. So it's not you know, like the Crysis days where you all of a sudden got this engine that like PCs physically could not run. That's why the can it run Crysis meme was a thing, because it was hard to run Crysis. So you know, I think this is entirely speculation, but once you get to the points of like having a 1080 and stuff like that, especially at this point in time where we do have a lot of those software as a service games where you're not seeing massive improvements or changes to the engines that require more horsepower to run them, kind of makes you think that the purchases that you make now may end up staying for longer than you think, or longer than they did a couple of years ago. But that's just my thought. Like 66, 70, 960, and then 1080 classified. Nice. I went from well, integrated GPU and a laptop in a definitely not gaming laptop running COD Modern Warfare 2 to HD 6870, HD 7870 Special Edition TE that they never announced was the thing, but it was just a better card somehow, to R9 280 or R7 280 to GTX 980 to 1080, and I did switch from a Gigabyte Extreme Gaming 1080 to a Strix 1080 because one says. But yeah, this is the 11 gigabits per second one, but had an iMac since then. Switch back to PC now. Nice. Wonder if the GPU issues will make game developers pull back on some pushing for higher GPU requirements in the short term. I don't know that game development is short term enough to deal with those sorts of issues. I think game development in general, especially engine development, is a very long, lengthy process. So I don't know. Went from GTS 450 to 960 to RX 480 to 1080. Nice one. Sounds like a decent progression. Got our first laptop. Celeron 815. Ooh. Nice one, Joe. I think consoles is the biggest holdback in game development, or are. Yeah, I mean now that the Xbox One X and PS4 Pro are basically RX 580s, and they are 8-core, but they're fake 8 cores, Jaguar chips, which is basically Bulldozer. I think we may see a decent bit more development, but yeah. Okay. Well, I am. Oh, just before we disappear, feel free to check out Kev, who's Clicked at UK in both Twitch and YouTube. He is a lovely patron and also just a cool guy. As a separate note, so Kev does tech YouTube videos like myself. You can also check out PC Tech Hub, who also does some cool stuff, so feel free to check him out too, but mostly Kev. His old laptop is, yeah, the A series is the APUs integrated. You went from terrible to terrible to terrible, Dan. That's not bad, Joe. And no worries, Kev. I'll ask you private messaging, Dan. But all right, well, thank you for kicking about with us. Sorry for the troubles. I hate YouTube with a passion. I'll make sure the archive is up and hopefully it's in one piece. But yeah, a little bit expensive for that sort of thing, Joe. Those 1050 Ti is not too bad. You could probably get 1060 for that, but it depends what you want. Is it going to be on Twitch next week as well? Yes, from now on, I just decided it will be on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. although I suppose on Twitch a couple of seconds late, but yeah, it'll be on Twitch as well, so make sure you follow me on Twitch if you want to be notified there. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay. Yeah, PC World tend to sell things at a bit of a premium. And Kev, well. Alright, well, thanks for being here, guys. We'll see you on either Twitch or YouTube next week. So yeah, I will catch y'all next Thursday. How do I stop this damn thing? I'm just going to start streaming on OBS and just hope that it dies. I'll catch you guys there.